The joy of the Lord is my strength. Okay, I can't sing, but we all remember the song from when we were little, right? The joy of the Lord is my strength. So that comes from Nehemiah 8:10, and it says, "Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength." So today we had to get up, we had to get out of our hotel room that we were in because they have the Franciscan University across the way has their graduation this weekend, and they were sold out for the rest of the time. So we're moving to the next town over, actually the next state over, because we were in Ohio. Now we're moving over into Weirton, West Virginia, to stay at the hotel there for the next couple of nights while we figure out what's going on with my mother-in-law. But I woke up this morning just in a funk. Anybody else ever do that where you just wake up in a funk and you're exhausted and you just don't know if you can make it through the day? You're just kind of trudging through it. You feel a little funny, you feel a little chaotic, and you know you have to reset yourself because you have so much that needs to be done today and you have to show up well. Well, that's where I think this verse helps me the most is if I choose joy, because it is a choice. I have to choose joy, not violence. I'm choosing joy today, then I can laugh through tears. I can dance through disappointments, and I can share joy in the moments which others may find bleak and make no earthly sense. Because the joy doesn't come from the Lord. From the world. It comes from the Lord. It comes from knowing that at the end, He's already won. It does not matter. I cannot mess up anything that He has already put in place. So I tap into it. The joy becomes my fuel. The last couple of days, my husband looked at me. He's like, "What is going on with you? You were just in a rare form." And that was uh, the joy of the Lord that I didn't have to work for. Today, it's the joy of the Lord that I have to be reminded of, that He is there, even though I'm tired, even though we're exhausted, even though we still don't have answers that we want or need. I can tap into that joy. So, what is one thing bringing you joy today, no matter how small? For me, it's looking for what I call the Easter eggs around town. As we're driving through Pittsburgh right now, we're in the uh, Deutschtown area of Pittsburgh, right there by Allegheny Hospital. That's where they shot some of the scenes for The Pit, the new show on HBO Max. And it is kind of like an artistic little sweet spot. So everywhere you look, there's these murals on the walls. And so finding those Easter eggs brings me joy. Seeing nature, like we were walking through the street downtown Pittsburgh, and there was a bunny rabbit hopping down the street the other day. That brings me joy. And how can you protect your joy in this season? You can protect your joy by realizing the things that are moving you out of your joy. When you start to realize the things that are moving you out of your joy, you need to shift your perspective. You need to shift your location. You need to shift whatever you need to find your joy back. So the other day, we were at the hospital and there were some things going on in the room. And I just looked at my husband. I said, I need to step out. And I stepped out and I made a phone call and I talked with my friend and we talked on the phone for an hour and a half and we refocused my energy, we refocused my joy, we refocused everything. So how can you protect your joy in this season? Maybe it's going off and being alone, maybe it's pressing in and being in connection with people. And then what might change if you choose joy as your strength? Let me just tell you, having joy and walking around full of joy really disarms a lot of people. It really disarms them. They don't quite know what to do when you're full of joy. So they kind of either engage in great conversation with you or they just steer clear of you. So use it as your strength to be the one that they see that you have a joy and they don't want to disrupt your joy, but they also would like a little bit of it. It's magnetizing in a way. So again, today's verse is Nehemiah 8:10. Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. And the challenge questions are, what's one thing bringing you joy today, no matter how small? How can you protect your joy in this season? And what might change if you choose joy as your strength? So I hope you have an amazing day. We're about to head back up to the hospital, and I'm going to be looking for those Easter eggs of joy throughout the day. Hope you will too. See you soon. Bye.